good too. I'm Dr. Tiff, and Stu and I are so excited to welcome you to the S2 Performance family. One of the biggest things for us is that you always experience a safe, effective, and customized workout. So we want to make sure you're ready for day one of training. So we're going to take you quickly step by step. As you know, everything we do in here is heart rate based and really targeted to a results driven training and nutrition experience. So we'll go step by step through this process and make sure you're ready for day one. Step one, guys, is that you're on time. I know it sounds silly, but in order for you to be here and get warmed up and be ready to hit that floor for your class or your training session, we ask that everybody arrive 15 minutes at least before class. Now, if you know that you're somebody that needs a little more time to go to the bathroom, get yourself situated, and stretch, you might want even more time than that. But a team warm-up is going to start 10 minutes before your scheduled class time, so we want to make sure you're here 15 minutes early. That first 5 minutes is about you getting your water, putting your goodies away. We've got hooks and cubbies in the front. Use the bathroom if you need to. And if you don't have your own heart rate strap, make sure you ask your instructor for a strap and make sure you get set up in our system so that your workout and your heart rates are set for your class start. Step two for your first class or session is to make sure you've got your heart rate strap and it's working properly. And sometimes this is a little harder than it sounds. So if you've never worn a heart rate strap, you've got your strap, which has sensors on it in the inside, and then you've got your little pod here. Again, if you don't have your own, make sure you let the instructor know when you come in that you need to borrow one from the studio. Our straps work by snapping it into one side. Okay, and then you can see on the other side is another strap. So you're going to put it around your chest and snap it in the other side. And I've got it over my shirt right now. Okay, and you can see there's a Garmin written right on the front of that pod. You want to make sure it's always right side up. If you put it on upside down, it will not activate. So always make sure it's right side up, and the positioning should look something like this. Okay, so you can see I've got it right in the middle of my chest bone, right on my sternum, and it's nice and tight. Okay, so there's 4 things to look for when you're making sure your heart rate monitor is on right. Number 1, is it upside down? If it's upside down, it will not work. The other thing, number 2, is it tight enough? It should be really snug against your chest. Ladies, if you're wearing a sports bra, the best thing is to tuck it underneath your sports bra so that it holds it in place. Number 3 is it's not in position. If it's off to the right or left of your center of your chest bone, oftentimes it won't work. And the 4th thing is that these are activated by moisture. So sometimes when you first come in and you're not sweating yet or you haven't been moving, the sensors won't sense that you have a heart rate or a pulse. So again, the little sensors on the inside of the strap that are against your chest, you might need to put a little water on there, or we've even got some alcohol up front that will help activate the sensors. So you want to make sure when you put that heart rate monitor on, when you look at the screen, it will be light blue. You'll have a little pod that pops up. It needs to turn Kelly green to make sure that heart rate monitor is working properly. One way you can do that is to do high knees or some kind of dynamic movement to make sure it turns green before you get on the spin bike or the Aerodyne, which we're going to talk about in a second. So that's step 2, is to make sure your heart rate monitor is working before you start your warm-up. Alright guys, we are on step 3, and that's the warm-up. So our warm-ups are 10 minutes long and they start 10 minutes before class. So that last minute of your warm-up should be the last minute before class starts. It gets a little confusing because if you get here a little early, you think you want to go ahead and get your warm-up done. We like everybody to do it together as a team. So just make sure you're doing your warm-up no earlier than 10 minutes before class starts and you're ready to go at that time. So you've got your towel, you've got your water bottle, it's time to load up our bike. after you make sure your heart rate strap is on and working properly. So you can pick a spin bike here or an Aerodyne to do your warm-up. It's up to you. And just make sure you're following the right warm-up. So we've got two different warm-ups that'll be on the board. We've got a big whiteboard that says HIIT and core. Those two classes have a specific warm-up, and then your trifecta and barbell have a specific warm-up. So you just want to make sure you know which class you're coming to and you're following the right warm-up. If you have questions, always ask the instructor or a teammate, because there's somebody in here that's not new and they're always more than happy to help you out because they were new at some point too. So make sure you ask the instructor if you have questions, and most of all, just have fun, enjoy your first class, hit it hard, and we look forward to seeing you soon. Talk to you then.